I don't take time with it. Jumped in mad on a baseline in it. Freedom of speech, why can I see Tipex? Nah, you can't own my lyrics. They live timid, I silence critics. Silence cynics, cuff I can't finish. Born like killers, fake facts and figures from government drillers. Nah, fuck them niggas. Tickets make a big man feel midget. Revolution, man, I find the gorillas. Trust me, when the losers turn winners. These days, never know saints and sinners. No one innocent, flesh antennas. Big zoo pillars, since school dinners. Kicking the door with the all black kickers. Violent with it, try burn my village. I'm like, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Nah, give me a minute, your ghost, rah. Give me a minute, your toes. I'm like, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Give me a minute, your ghost, rah. Give me a minute, your toes. You come and you tell us you come in the sellers, the buying the sellers, but I'm never buying like trying the S and the metal and levers. Never again, man, I'm changing up. Aye, burning a menace from Sydney to Venice. Buying my heart like a Benner's, nah. Buying my heart like a chemist, nah. Incredible takers, rich when I'm broke, but they come and they go. I'm gold, standard, come in my bones, that's cool. Can't move slow like water to poles. No, I can't water it down since talk of the town. One order the clouting, none of the doubting. Bigger a mountain, bigger the crowds like raw. But whenever I speak, they want me closing my mouth, and I'm like, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Give me a minute, your ghost. Give me a minute, your toes. I'm like, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Give me a minute, your ghost. Give me a minute, your toes.
He said what? Okay, is it? Take off his cap, no lie, I'll wig him. Too good when I touch mic, good riddance. Coulda run a mile in the shoes I live in. Better than who? Since when I'm livid. Still outside like yes I did it. Okay, is it? Okay, is it? Black Force ones, all black denim. War is war and a few I've been in. 8 man jump at the 4-door bimmer. Turn off his lights and be home by dinner. When the beef get cooked I just cool and simmer. Ain't hit rock bottom in a stone cold minute. I can tell who's real, I can tell who isn't. Okay, is it? Okay, is it? They do gimmicks, we do visits.
Ah, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Give me a minute, your ghost, rah. Give me a minute, your toast. I'm like, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Give me a minute, your ghost, rah. Give me a minute, your toast.
Yo, thanks so much for coming down today, man.
Oh, my pleasure, bro.
Before we get started, let's just recount this shoot a little bit.
Hola, I do a lot for a dollar. Yo, I do a lot for the guala. Know what it is to be broke, my brother.
I was a little bit hungover, I can't lie, and I was walking through the park, just ready to have a very slow day. And then you called me like, what are you saying right now? And I was like, not loads. Like, do you want to come and shoot? And I was just like, do you know what? Like, yeah, 100%. I backed it.
I was in a bit of a... There was
a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. Obviously, I had another shoot scheduled, and the artist cancelled once I had everything set up as they were about to be there. So that's why I called you.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad it worked out. Like, we actually had the dancer scheduled for the other artist's shoot, and I was like, oh no, I can't cancel on the dancer. Like, the shoot starts in 10 minutes, and it just worked out perfectly because there actually wasn't a third verse on Izit yet. So Sepzilla just jumped in on the third verse, and it actually worked out really nicely. Added a lot of energy to it.
Yeah, it was sick because Kojey wasn't on it at that point.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's been a crazy few months, like, since the shoot. I've been back and forth, London and LA. Like, what's the last 6 months look like for you?
It's been amazing, to be honest. Like, last year was sick. I got to tour for the first time as like a headline by myself, and been just album mode, just working, and it's just been sick because I've never had the chance to really invest in a project like that. Like, I feel like the mixtape was a lot of songs, like it was more of a collection of songs, but this feels like kind of a body of work. That
do you feel like you can tour and write and finish an album at the same time? Do you have to like compartmentalize it? Like, when you're on the road, are you ever like finishing songs?
Yeah. Always writing, always doing both. Like I was
at the same time.
Yeah. I was working on that tune Comfy while I remember being in an airport and listening to an edit of it and being like, oh, okay, cool. Or no, I tell her like I was writing a part.
It's like writing, and then you get to the studio.
Which is sick as well. Like, it's nice because then you get the energy of what it's like to perform to people, which I feel like is
definitely
the best version of making it, because then you know what you want to say next.
It always seems to like make so much sense after a show. You're like, I know exactly what I want to do. And you get back to the studio and it's just like a silent room, and you're just like, oh, what was I trying to say again?
Yeah, exactly.
So as well as rapping, I know you also play sax.
I do, yeah.
When did you start playing, and like, where did that? Do you think that inspiration like feeds into your rapping and just like your music in general? Like growing up playing sax, you must have had a very different set of influences.
I definitely know that it made it challenging for me to just be like, okay, cool, this is a beat, this is what it's gonna be, and then just not really think about the musicality of it. I was always interested in what else it could be, which kind of made, I think that was probably the beginnings of making my life difficult for myself.
Oh, I guess it's what makes you unique as well.
Yeah, it makes you who you are.
Different outlook.
Yeah. But there are a couple of artists that I know that I like that kind of sit in a space where the music isn't one thing or another. And, but yeah, playing sax from, I was 9 when I started, so like, has made a difference.
Moving forward, is there any sounds that you haven't touched on yet that you want to like bring into your sound?
Yeah, I feel like just probably stuff that's a little bit more accessible, to be honest. I know that I make stuff that can be challenging. That's just who I am as who I am as a person.
It's complex.
So it's complex, but like it's who I am as a person, and so obviously that's what comes out as an artist. I can never fake it. I think a lot of people are quite good at making their music one-dimensional to represent something.
Yeah, there's not like Jelani the person and Jelani the artist, it's just you.
Yeah, which again is quite difficult for some people,
to
understand. Yeah, but like I think that it is what it is. I wouldn't change it.
Obviously you have to like do life as well as music, because you can't just write about going to the studio every day.
No.
You can, but it's pretty boring. But do you feel like you ever like consciously take real breaks to like go out there and live so that you've got more to talk about, or is it just like a natural cycle of just like you just got words flying every day?
Yeah, it is a natural cycle. I live quite a lot, and I have lived a lot. So like take from that what you will. If anything, I feel like I have more to say because I'm a bit older, so like when I was younger, I don't think I had the same understanding about how to do social commentary in the same way, and integrate it into a way that made sense with the type of music that I wanted to make. Because I like energy, that's part of it, and I think that as time's gone on, I've got better at kind of making them work together.
If you weren't a musician, what would you be doing with your day today, like right now? What would you be doing? I'd be writing. I think I'd be doing something English based, or I'd be doing something in schools. I think because I like teaching.
Yeah, teaching maybe, or studying. I think that would be the next thing that I did again, like outside of music, just to. Because I love philosophy. That's what I did music and philosophy. Oh, cool. I think I'm going to come back around to it at some point again.
Is there like a mentor or teacher in the past that like you feel like influenced the trajectory of your life, or someone that like, as I said, that like sticks out? You're like, oh, as far as your like the words and the flow and just like the way of thinking about writing.
There was one teacher that really like kept my love for English going and like writing and all that. Mr. Winter.
Mr. Winter?
Mr. Winter, yeah, in secondary school. He was sick. He wasn't like a nice guy, but I kind of rated that. He just cared and like had his moments, but he was smart, and I actually, no disrespect to teachers or whatever, but you don't always get that. Some teachers are just in it for the short game or whatever, but he was switched on, and I think I respected him. And that made me carry on, being interested in English.
Thanks so much to everyone for watching, and that's it. That's the end of the interview. Thank you so much.
I like that. That's a good end.